Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Craft of the Titans. So I know this video, there was intended to be a video on Thursday, right? But there wasn't one, and I do apologize for the wait. I had a bunch of issues with crashes. A little ways through the next build video. Chances are, as long as everything goes as planned, the next build video will come out alongside this. But, where did this guy come from? Anyways, is there somewhere in here that he can be spawning right now? You can see some of the work that we're kind of in the middle of doing towards that, but it's still a ways from being done. Oh, there's a Blizz there. I'll just leave him be. But anyways, I was having some issues with crashing. I have found that if you try to shift-click frame trim into the crafting grid, it causes a crash, at least for me. So basically I just have to avoid doing that, I think. It does tend to chain crash a bit, and I was trying to test it and figure out exactly what the cause was, and because the crash log wasn't really helping me in regards to that at all. But anyways, I do apologize about the wait on this. So today what we're going to do is we are first going to continue on with Abyssalcraft. I think is my plan. We're going to continue on with this and you know, make it to the next boss, maybe the final boss, quote unquote. There's still a fourth boss, which we'll check that out at a later point, but I do want to finish out maybe this whole quest line here. So first up, they want us to kill 15 Abyssalcraft dreadlings, and we haven't been to the new dimension yet, so I do want to go ahead and hop on in there. But I figure since we're going through the Abyssalcraft line, we might as well continue on with it and see it through to completion before we switch gears and move over to something else. So anyways, we'll go through our new portal here and head into the Abyssal Lands. Now this is filled with Abyssal Nightstone and Dreadstone, lots of red and purple. There's actually some really cool enemies here. That's a Fist of Cho'Garoth. Actually not all that difficult of a mob or anything, but there we go. Oh, and here's a forest filled with Dreadlands wood logs. There we go. There's a dreadling. That's the creature that we're looking for. We just need to kill like 15 of these. And we get a bit of dread fragments from doing that. These are demon animals. They can spawn like all kinds. Chickens. It's actually kind of weird that canola and Ars Magica plants are growing here. Abyssal Knight Golem. Yeah, they're going to start fighting. The Dreadlands Golems and the Abyssal Knight Golems actually fight, or the dreaded Abyssal Golems. Purple does not like the red. Oh, there is a dread spawn. But I think we only get credit if we kill... Oh, there we go. There we go. Dreadlings are actually pretty common here. So we'll go ahead and just run through this quest here.
Got him!
You got me.
Got him!
Alright. Oh, here we go. Shouldn't take but a second. Actually, you know what I could do? Instead of actually even fighting these things, just drop stars on them and be done with it. Alright. Ooh. Ooh. Dreadguard. These guys are kind of like the big, tanky guys of this dimension, more or less. They drop dreaded shards of Abyssal Knight. Let's see, Flux. We got a Flux block? Okay. Alright, I'll take it. Whatever. There we go. And let's see where we're at on the quest. We have 8 of 15. Okay. So I'm just going to fly around, see if I can grab a couple more of these guys. Is this a lick? No, that's just Abyssal Knight Stone. Okay. Because some of these dimensions have actually changed slightly since the last time I was here. I thought that was a liquid at first. I was like, what? I don't need you. Oh, and Witchwood is spawning here as well. That's actually very, very interesting. Honestly, these trees, I do have some plans for those, so, you know, I'm not going to worry about harvesting them right now, but we will probably use those a little bit in the future. Mainly just for decorative purposes, more than anything, but... Oh, and here we go. Here is spawns of Cho'Garoth. There's actually a big one that spawns those. I don't know... I haven't seen one yet. They're almost like mini bosses, more or less. Because they spawn all those little adds. They're not super common. There is a dread spawn. Oh, and Ars Magica. Like, all the Ars Magica stuff spawns here. Okay, we presently only need one more. Oh, there we go. Here we go. This is the big one, okay? You'll notice it shoots that stuff at us. And there we go. Everything's so easy for us to kill at this point in this pack. Like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like, if you guys have been watching Sprout, it's a new series I've been doing as well. It's Minecraft, and oh, Grizzly Bear spawns here as well. He's just kind of looking around. He's like, what am I doing here? I don't belong here. But honestly, Sprout, I think, is a more difficult pack than this one. And that's due to the fact, not so much the mobs, you know. Well, in some ways, it does have Grimoire of Gaia in it, and it has the rising difficulty and stuff. Okay, we get the Altar of Chagaroth bottom. We'll go ahead and take that. Actually, I just realized, oh, I do have space. Okay. I'm going to throw some of this stuff back into the system. But honestly, I mean, the mobs aren't quite as crazy. It doesn't have some of the really extreme, like, super crazy mobs that this pack has. However, it doesn't have the ability to get, like, super OP like this pack does. So, you know, it ends up being, I feel like, a lot more balanced. Plus, you can't craft armor on that pack. You have to scavenge it, which is... that's a bit of fun, actually. Okay, so for our Altar of Chagaroth top, once you found the Dreadlands mountain biome, clear the area of the Chagaroth Fists. Their appearance means you're close to your destination. Dig down to ground level 40 in the mountain and place the bottom piece of the Chagaroth altar exactly on Y40. You'll get a message if the altar is not at the right height. So we need to kill 5 Chagaroth's Fists. And I didn't read the first part, did I? Familiarize yourself with the inhabitants of the Dreadlands. As you hunt these creatures, look for a Dreadlands mountain biome. That's our next destination. So we've already found plenty of mountain biomes. It's not really a problem. Like this right here is a mountain biome. So, actually, I think where we spawned in fact, was a mountain as well. Haha, you die. This spell is so OP. And the thing is, I don't even think this is like the OP level of Ars Magica within this pack. Because from what I can tell, Ars Magica has been very, very buffed in comparison to Standard. And I do want to start really pushing through some Ars Magica stuff very, very soon. I know I've been meaning to make the whole Ars Magica setup and everything. I haven't done it as of yet. I do apologize. We'll get to that. We'll get to that very, very soon. I'm going to head back towards kind of close to our portal. I would like to ideally set it up right by where our portal was. I think that was a... Is this isn't where we spawned in, was it? No. GG May... Okay, right here. I'm going to go ahead and mark this as home. And this is Purified Dreadlands. Okay, so never mind. But right over here is a mountain. So I think we just need 2 more fists. And then we'll be done with that quest. Which, honestly, those things are actually fairly common on the mountain areas, so... Shouldn't take but a second to find a couple more. There's one. Too bad it doesn't count all the ones we've killed already. Okay, here we go. There's our last one. Alright, so that quest is now done. We'll go ahead and claim our altar. And then next up... Yeah, this is what we're going to be fighting. Placing the top portion of the altar onto the bottom while at Y40, and clicking it will transfer you to the lair of Chagaroth. This is likely to be the most challenging fight you have faced yet. Chagaroth has over 2,000 health. The room he has fought in is cramped, and there is a constant horde of spawn of Chagaroth biting at your ankles. Tips: if you have received or can make any of the Mystical Agriculture buff apples, they are helpful in keeping you alive. Holy Hand Grenades work wonders to clear out the countless spawns of Chagaroth that spawn throughout the fight. They're going to give us an uncommon rune and a spawn Sakthoth, Harbinger of Doom. Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to head down to Y40. Oh. Hello, friend. Oh, that didn't work. I actually came down a little bit too far here. Okay, so we are currently... This is Y40. Right. Yeah, this is Y40. So, let's see. I believe it's the base. We'll put it down right there. And then put the top right there. You need to place the altar 1 block lower. Okay. So technically, that's not Y40 then. Because Y40 should be where we're looking at, right? And this would be Y39, or unless it's the altar top. Yeah, I believe this is Y40, that's 39. It says to put the bottom on 40. But I think that's actually 39. I think the top goes on 40. Click on the top block to enter the lair of Chaggorath. And we're going to go ahead and put Chag Portal right there. I'm not going to worry too much about buff items. I know I won't be able to use my Starfall in there. Ah, I seem to have a visitor. Dreadguards, please devour our guests if you may. But honestly, the stuff that we have is so powerful. Like this axe. Because these Dreadguards are actually meant to be... They're decently stout. But even with the difficulty buffs, they're really not that difficult, honestly. Alright, Chaggorath the Dread Beast. Okay. Thought another one would be coming. Yep, I can fight through you guys. That's no problem. I do want to get some spells, kind of like our Starfall, but ones that I can use indoors, so... You know, Abyssalcraft was kind of our focus for the last few episodes. Probably starting next episode, we're going to do a bit of work with Ars Magica and start working through that. And then I want to automate the Wither. I doubt we'll get it done this episode. I don't have the area built. I was wanting to get to that, but then I had all the issues with the pack and everything. And I've got very minimal time to build. By the way, that's the direction for Chaggorath. I'm just taking these side rooms. I don't believe there's normally anything crazy in here, but with this being different pack. There we go. We have a crystallizer. We're going to go ahead and take that. Which the way they have within this pack, the way that Abyssalcraft works, technically you don't really have to get into crystallization, but there is some nice benefits that we're going to use from it. Probably, anyways. We'll see. But, alright. Yeah, you guys die. Like, thing is, with flight like this, like, nothing is a challenge. Flight breaks so much of the game, but... At the same time, like, I could just not use it, you know? But for some reason, I just feel like, we've earned it. Okay. Alright, so, anyways, we can drop down now to Chaggorath himself. You'll notice that those little spawns, they actually spawn where you're at. So, getting up higher than him to fight him doesn't really effectively work all that well. Alright. Now, the boss himself, he's not all that difficult, honestly. 2,000 health, and we can literally just sit here pretty much and beat on him. Because he's so tall, and all the mobs can't reach us, so... And I'll tell you what, let me pull that Fire Flash. There we go. Now, as his health gets lower, basically all the... I'm pretty sure, I can't think of the last boss's mechanics, but I'm off the top of my head, but the majority of the bosses have like different phases, and basically he just spawns more ads, if I recall correctly, a little bit quicker and stuff, so not too difficult. He is a really cool boss, though. That's one thing I love, the boss designs within this. Look at all those like little dreadlings. I wish I had my Starfall spell right now. That would be wonderful. Kill him, dead. Alright. God, so many little spawnlings. There we go. Here, have your key back. Transmute it for a working one. The chest behind me holds the legendary treasure of the Dreadlands, left by the ones who ran the mine before I came into the picture. Don't get your hopes up. I bet it's just a block of dirt or something. Go ahead and throw on the magnet ring so we can pull all this stuff up. Okay, we got the Dread-Plagued Gateway Key. We got some dreaded chunks of Abyssal Night, dreaded shards of Abyssal Night, dread fragments, and an epic shader grab bag. No heart or anything like that. Alright, so... dragging you with me. There we go. We get an uncommon rune and a spawn Sackdoth Harbinger of Doom spawn egg. And last up, you received an egg to spawn Sackdoth, the final titan of Abyssalcraft. This is optional as the dimension for that boss has not been finished or released into the pack yet. If you would like to summon and defeat him, there will be an uncommon titan rune available to use in our titan rune trade area. The egg is one-time use. Make sure you're ready. The boss is fought in the same manner as Sackdoth. Okay. And you get Dreadium Samurai helmet, chestplate, leggings, boots, and a Dreadium sword for killing him. Now, I'm curious. There should be more bosses. The stuff's been made for 1.10. And I don't know, like, that's all the Ethaxium stuff. And there should be that one other... because, I mean, we can't even go do all this, like the coin engraver, right? No, we can get it. But the coins would have no use. Not these, but the actual coins. Because you trade those in the next dimension. I feel like that's just wrong. Anyways, we're going to go on over through that wall, basically, to our chest. And I hope you guys are excited because it's awesome. The legendary treasure of the Dreadlands is, in fact, a block of dirt. It's just a named block of dirt. Alright, so let's head on back out of here. And so we've got a spawn egg for Sackdoth. I'm pretty sure we could take him. I don't think that's really going to be much of a problem. There's some dreaded Abyssal Night ore, but don't really need it, I don't think. Let me see. Because I think we could make a transmuter. It's Karelian transmutation gem blocker. Yeah, we could make that. We might upgrade this key then. Because that whole thing, like, it should be in here. Because, like, when I did, for example, when I did the mod spotlight for Abyssalcraft, and when I spent all that time playing with Abyssalcraft, it was in 1.10. So that's been around for months and months and months. So, and there's like a whole other boss. Like, they've got Sackdoth, just don't have anything else. Which, honestly, you can spawn Sackdoth without the spawn egg. Unless it's just been removed or something. I don't know. Anyways, let's spawn him real quick. I think we could take him. There we go. Sackdoth, Harbinger of Doom. Now, chances are he probably hits like a truck. But we have flight. Well, it actually doesn't really hit us all that hard. 762 health, not bad. And he is taking a bit of a beating. He's giving me some nice... somebody's giving me some really nice blind. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? I have this spell. Wow. It's like hitting him with a nuke. There you go. You are dead, Sackdoth. You're harbinging no doom at all. Oh. What's this madness? Okay. Shadow Fragment, Shadow Gem Shard, Shard of Oblivion. We get Sackdoth's Soul Reaper Blade, 30 attack damage. Might actually be better than what we've got. I wish I would have got a better rarity of it. But like I said, I mean, he's summonable again, so I don't know. Unless it's just totally changed in this pack. That could be a good weapon. What is the Nether Star Battle Axe? Is it higher? I can't remember base. If it's better than that sword. Or no, I'm sorry, it's a Star Battle Axe. Okay, it's 32 attack damage, 1.6. So, never mind. But this is the Oblivion sword here. Go ahead and smack some guys with it. Yeah, ours is much better, but anyways, we'll go ahead and throw our treasure dart and our soul blight into the system. That's fine. Okay. So now we need to transmute this key, because I'm going to see if you can go farther with this. Oh, by the way, there's a, what was it, Rare Titan trade? Like, what did they say about it? I cannot recall. Dragging you with me, you received an egg to spawn Sackthought, the final Titan of Abyssalcraft. This is optional as the dimension for that boss has been finished. Not been finished or released into the pack yet. Summon and defeat him. There will be an uncommon Titan rune available to use in our Titan rune trade area. There will be an uncommon Titan rune available to use in our Titan rune trade area. The egg is one-time use. Make sure you're ready. The boss is fought in the same manner as Sackthought. But it is Sackthought. Unless maybe these bosses have to be added into this, like... That's actually what I'm thinking is the case. We're going to try to go to that last dungeon and see if the boss is there, but it sounds like maybe like he adds them in personally with the pack. Okay. And I can only assume, same manner as Sackthought, he meant Sackthought, like normal Sackthought. Anyway, we'll claim that. I'm not sure what he meant. Like what this meant. If you would like to summon and defeat him, there will be an uncommon Titan rune available to use in our Titan rune trade area. I mean, I don't see like a spawn egg for him. Like if you wanted to fight him again. And I didn't get an uncommon rune. I don't know. I don't get that. Anyways, they gave us a full set of Dreadium armor. This stuff... Wow. Wow. Okay, so this stuff is... It's higher armor. It's a little bit lower armor toughness. But it is higher armor than what we have. Like that's 3... Well, it just depends. This is lower armor and lower armor toughness, but... Okay, now, for the chest is higher armor. The rest of the pieces aren't. I was really hoping that they would be higher, though, because, first off, I like the way this stuff looks a lot more than that Alpha Dragon stuff. And in addition, it's probably doesn't give me mining fatigue and all that bad stuff all the time. That's what that looks like. Really, really cool stuff. And in addition, it looks like it gives us speed 2, strength, resistance, and fire resistance, too. Whereas this stuff, if I change over... I get mining fatigue, too. Honestly, with resistance and all of that, I feel like this is better. I really, really do. The chest is not archaic, but there's a pretty good chance that I have an archaic chest back in the system. Everything else is archaic. And we got the sword here with sharpness L, 35.5 attack damage. Not quite as high as what we're rocking, though. It's actually a really good sword. Honestly, I'm probably going to rock this. Speed 2, strength, resistance, and fire resistance 2. That's way better than just mining fatigue. So, and chances are that will probably... I mean, I'm going to have to get it leveled up because I don't have all the points on it and stuff, but chances are this stuff will probably end up being... it's actually got higher durability, too. Now, there's also the Of the Depths stuff as well. Technically, we could make this stuff... I mean, it's kind of on par with the Dreadlands Samurai stuff. I wish they would have given us a katana over the sword, though. I like the katana, and the katana's better. Honestly, I might end up pulling the enchantment off of this, throwing it onto the katana, and the katana would end up being stronger. The only thing is, I think it would still be weaker than our Superstar Battle Axe. I might pull the Sharpness XXX off of this and throw on the Sharpness L off of this, maybe, because that's a bit more damage. Because that's like 25 damage, where this is only 15. So, extra 10 damage will be hitting for a lot. Okay, but anyways, I'm going to head back over here. We're going to head back to our base, and we are going to maybe dive into just a little bit of Abyssalcraft stuff. And see if we can go to the final dimension. Even if I can't fight the boss, getting that final dimension open would be nice, because we'll have plenty of access to Ethaxium, which is actually a really cool building block, and you can do... standard Ethaxium is kind of like a marble looking color, whereas you can also do a dark Ethaxium, which is really really cool and would work well with our build. I need to go over to here, and basically all we have to do to go into the next dimension is I cannot find my way around my base for some reason. All we really have to do is transmute this key. Oh, I think I crashed. Okay. I got it sorted. Whatever it shift clicks in there for trim is bad. So, basically we just don't need to try to shift click recipes for frame trim into here, otherwise it crashes. And if I try to access the grid, after I've shift clicked in there, it'll crash. So, I just need to avoid that and craft those all by hand, I think. First up, I want to get a transmuter. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to actually set this one to JEI synchronized. Okay, so this, what all do we need? Everything. Okay. Karelian Bricks. We're just going to need some Karelian Stone. Okay, that's fine. And then the block of refined Karelium we're going to need for refined Karelium ingots, which we have a few of those. We can actually make this stuff, though. It is liquefied Karelium ore or chunks of Karelium, which I think we could probably pull that off. Abyssal stone with 9 gem clusters. Maybe not. That's fine. There's other ways to get that stuff. First up, though, let's get the Karelian Bricks. That's just Karelium stone. Do I have any Karelium stone? I have Karelium Cobblestone. I have 1 piece, though. Okay, so I am going to have to go get some of that. Okay, so we're going to head off to the first dimension. And there's some, by the way, there's some crops lying around. That's because I forgot to take off my magnet ring when I came through here. But basically we are looking for... First up, I'll need to get a bucket of Karelium. So let me go grab that liquid Karelium. There we go, liquid Karelium bucket. And then for the, let's actually just pull up the transmuter. We're going to need 5 of these Karelium bricks. That is Karelium stone, which is Karelium cobblestone. Hey, buddies. Okay. That's all Abyssal stone. There's also just this Abyssal Karelium ore. This might be the best way, I think. I'm mining bag so I can see how much I got. This might be the best way to do this. Oh, here's monolith stone. Oh, look. Actually, additions thing spawned here. Abyssal niter. Oh yeah, here it is. That's a terrible chest. Let me throw on this ring. I think, does the creative wireless grid... I'll have to check on that. I think the creative wireless grid, we might actually look into getting that. I can't remember how many runes it is. I'm going to have to test it. I think it can actually do cross-dimension. It only costs 1 rune. I might check on that in a second, because then if we could access this, like cross-dimension, that would be so nice. So handy. We've got a fair few stacks of these, so... Honestly, I think we have enough of that. We can make this. We can make the other one of these. It's really not that bad. Chunk of Karelium, yeah. There's also liquefied Karelian ore, but because honestly, I think we only need like 1 ingot or something like that. I don't need nearly as much as I got. The Karelian brick is the only thing that we need now. Alright, so now that we've got that, oh man, I hate whenever it does this stuff. Why has it got to do this? I'm assuming maybe this headpiece is giving us night vision. Why does it do this to me? Now we need to go find ourselves a Karelium infested swamp. The abyssal swamp thing. And I think right here is one, right? Karelium infested swamp. Okay. So let me throw my headpiece back on. And we'll head underground a little bit here. Okay, now what we're looking for is a liquid antimatter that can spawn within these areas. Okay, so I finally found some liquid antimatter. It's this white liquid here. Spawns underground in the Karelium swamp biomes. And what we can do is, if we... Let's see. I think it dumps... See, it's been a while. I think liquid Karelium, there we go. That makes Karelium stone. Okay, and that's what we are after at the moment, is a bit of this Karelium Cobblestone. So let's get ourselves just like a bucket of this liquid antimatter. Now you don't want to touch this stuff, you will die. I'm not going to jump into it. You will die within seconds. So just a heads up, stuff is very, very potent. Basically what's going to happen is it's going to give you a debuff. Basically like a poison. I gotta take this off. It drives me insane. It's going to give you like a poison effect, and you are going to take 5 hearts of damage per second until you're dead. Technically you could survive it, but it's very unlikely. Because, it bypasses armor, there's no Karelium protection, or not Karelium protection, but liquid antimatter, there's no protection stat for it. You're going to die. So don't touch it, it's very, very dangerous stuff. Probably... more dangerous than any boss within the pack. So, but we'll just bring this over here. Oh, would you quit pulling me? Drive me insane. And we're just going to dump it down, like right there. Get ourselves a bunch of that Karelium. There we go. And we'll go ahead and grab all this stuff. And if you get killed by this, it will spawn an anti-player as well, so just a heads up on that. I want to try hitting one of these mobs with it, because it will annihilate them. Basically, it will, it destroys their molecules, more or less. Yeah, see? He's taking damage. Now, the mobs have a whole lot more health than me, so they might manage to survive this stuff, but you won't. You will not as a player, so... Yeah, we got a bunch of Karelium Cobblestone. Okay, so let's head on back. That's all we really came for. I lied. Let's go back in. I forgot to fill my bucket back up with Karelium, liquid Karelium, because we are going to need that to craft the transmuter. So there we go. And now we should be all set. Let me dump this stuff back into here. We've got enough Karelium Cobblestone. There you go. Okay. Now to make our transmuter, first up we are going to need those Karelian bricks. That's smelted Karelium stone, which is smelted Karelium cobblestone. And then in addition, we're going to need that block of refined Karelium. We can make a chunk of Karelium. That's 9 Karelium gem clusters. And the refined Karelium, we've already got one of those. We just need 2 more refined Karelium ingots. So let's get these. I'm going to want 8 of these. There we go. And then the Karelium chunk. We're going to need Abyssal stone. That's not a problem. There we go. We've got our chunk of Karelium. Okay. So now we just have to go smelt all this stuff up real quick. Let me pop on over here. And actually while I'm waiting, I'm going to fix that grid that's over here as well. There's that. There's our 2 Karelium, and then I'm going to throw in like a half stack of this stuff. And then I'll throw in a bit more and get some more bricks. Okay. And let me go ahead and break this grid that's here. Yeah, see, it's like dumping... I don't even know what. I don't know what it tries to do, why it doesn't work whenever I shift-click in trim. But now we should be able to get our transmuter. Let me do this real quick. JEI. Transmutator. Oh, wait. I need that first. Then the transmutator. And we'll go ahead and set that down, like right there. We can throw in our Dreadplague Gateway Key. And then, what is... I can't remember what you put in this. It's been a bit. Is it liquid Karelium? I think it's liquid Karelium. That we're going to put into this. So let me get a bucket. I'll get like 3 of them. That's fine. So let's go give this a shot. At least I think it's liquid Karelium. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it, but I know it uses some kind of weird fuel like that. So yeah, liquid Karelium. That's going to start running our dread plagued gateway key. Throw that in there. And there we go. Now we have Chagaroth's Hylian gateway key. Now this one can pretty much, it makes any portal. So really, I don't, as you upgrade these keys, you don't need these other ones. We'll just throw them in the system for the time being. Because, like for example, this key, this is like the highest tier. And if I right click, you'll notice it makes an Abyssal Stone portal. And whenever I go into the next dimension, it'll make the other portal and so on. And if you, is it right click, shift right click, and you make the other version. So for example, if we come into here, if I was to say right click this on the ground, there we go, we get the Dreadlands portal. If I shift right click, we get that one back to the overworld. Okay. Basically you have to travel, you know, if I want to go to the Dreadlands, I have to go through the Abyssal Lands. However, we're going to use teleporters to get us, you know, wherever we want to go. But we'll go ahead and right click, and there we go. This is our final dimension here. And you'll notice there's a bunch of Omethal stone that spawns here. And it's actually like a floating islands type dimension. Guard dogs and stuff in here. Huh. But anyways, it's like floating islands. You can actually fall through there. I'll show you in a minute what happens if you fall through there. But there's actually some creatures that spawn here. It's a lot of shadow creatures and stuff. Omethal ghouls. We've got these big shadow base. If you recall, these are what you would have to spawn or fight in the overworld. They can actually spawn in the overworld. If you have to go through the grind, like the starting grind of Abyssalcraft, you have to get the shadow gem shards, and that's what you have to kill. But they spawn here like all the time. So, anyways, what we are looking for is we need to get to 0-0. Okay. And I actually haven't seen any of the passive creatures through here yet, so... Oh, this might be one. Looks like a little village. Yep. And there's these guys here, these remnants. And if you right-click on... Oh, we're waiting for server. There we go. If you right-click on them, say he'll trade for 9 refined Karelium. He'll give you an Elder engraved coin. And those coins you can actually use to purchase things from certain NPCs, like... And the different colors, I can't remember what all they signify, but there we go. This guy, if you give him 24 Elder engraved coins, then he'll give you 3 Hastur engraved coins. And here's a remnant here. 26 Dread Fragments for an Elder engraved coin. And there's 8 Elder engraved coins for a Hastur charm. And I've covered, you know, if you're curious about any of this stuff that we're just kind of glancing over, I've covered all of this stuff within my mod spotlight on the channel. So, but anyways, as we reach 0-0, you can see there's this dark Ethaxium bricks. I actually want to use these for our build, so that's one reason I wanted to come here You'll see they're spawning around. And this right here, in fact, there should be an entrance somewhere. These things are actually like super big. Okay, right here's the entrance. This thing spawns about 0, 0. You can see the entrance is like right in here is 0, 0. So, minions of the Gatekeeper. Let me just drop a bomb on them. There you go. And this is like kind of like the final dungeon. I love these blocks, this Dark Ethaxium. I plan on using this a bit within our build, and it's, you know, it pretty much means if you get this stuff, you've been through pretty much all of Abyssalcraft. I find it weird that there's nothing for this, you know, within the quest. Like, they just totally, like, glanced over that. Like, no, there's nothing. But anyways, if you come upstairs, there's the final boss of Abyssalcraft. The actual final boss. And he is there, so I don't know what that was. Like, I'm assuming that it's just not, it's not set up for the pack yet. Is all that it is. So maybe, you know, it just hasn't been balanced for the pack or something, and so it's not included within the quest. But we're gonna kill it anyways. And honestly, this dimension is like my favorite one too. So I was like, no, why did they cut this one out? Okay, we've got Eldritch Scales. These we can make the Abyssal Nomicon. See, we're still using like the Abyssal Wasteland Necronomicon. Then you can make the Dreadlands, the Omethal, and the Abyssal Nomicon. I'm actually, in some aspects, like, I mean, it was really streamlined. And in some ways, I'm disappointed with that, you know, because I actually like the way Abyssalcraft progression is. Jazar crafting coin, and then you can also do Jazar statue, Staff of the Gatekeeper. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and fight this boss. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you. Actually, go ahead. Used to, like, 700 health felt like a lot, and now it's like, eh. It's just another day. Alright, let's give this guy a shot. Jazar, Gatekeeper of the Abyss. He feels... I mean... doesn't feel all that, like, unbalanced. I mean, he's not really attacking us or nothing, but... if you go up to him, yeah, say, he smacks you for a ton of damage. You do want to be aware of that, because, like, a couple hits at this point, and you die. So, he is a very, very powerful boss. But if you can just kind of hover over his head, he can't get you, so. GG flight. And technically, you could even do this with the airship, I guess. It would be a little bit tougher, but you could do it. Congratulations, you killed me. No, not even close. You can't kill a great old one. What you killed is a Samaritan, a mere physical incarnation of infinite darkness. Some call it a puppet. Something that escapes a human when they delve into madness is the concept of reality. An example of this is you believing that you've slain a great old one. Oh, I forgot about that. Any sane person would realize that going after such a powerful being is nothing but certain death. But your mind has been twisting itself harder the more knowledge you've gained. The fact that you've thought for a second that you had killed me shows just how insane you've become. My readings have already led you here, so wouldn't you want more knowledge? Perhaps death is what you truly desire. Let me unleash the last power contained within this hollow puppet. It'll give me the answer. And... pow! Nope, I want all these things. Thanks. If you survive the blast, take this mere fragment of my being. It will give you access to the Abyssal Nomicon. And he didn't drop it. Did he? Did he? Oh, there it is. Okay. And we got the essence of the Gatekeeper. And with this, we can get the Abyssal Nomicon. Okay. So, honestly, I could probably upgrade these. We'll have to get into crystallization. There is some nice, nifty little things that you can do with that. There's like a perfect room setup right there. This dark Ethaxium. Okay, it does mine instantly. Awesome. Awesome stuff. And I got all these like random plants. I don't know where all these random plants came from, but they came from somewhere. But yeah, so now we have dark Ethaxium. Awesome. For now, I'm going to go ahead and throw that in the system. I'm going to throw that rune in the system, all this stuff. And we'll go ahead and make ourselves a portal to get out of here. And where's it going to take us to? I'm just going to mark this. And I guess we're going to head back to the overworld. Now, oh yeah, I forgot. One thing that I forgot here that I wanted to show you guys is if you were to drop to the void, right? You don't die. You actually enter another dimension. So if we fall through here, it's kind of like Galacticraft. If you fall through, like the space station, you fall to Earth. And you fall into this dark dimension, the dark realm. And it's nothing but, it's all dark stone and nothing but shadow beasts that spawn here. So, just something that you can do if you want. If you really want to just kill a bunch of shadow beasts or get a bunch of dark stone, then you can just come here. But anyways, I'm going to head back up to here. And if you just make a portal, you'll get out. And we're going to head over here. Aha! So, we went through all of Abyssalcraft's exploration stuff. There's still other things I want to do with Abyssalcraft, but we have all the dimensions unlocked and stuff now, which is awesome. And that Dragging You With Me questline is totally done now. So, Dragging You With Me, Blood Magic, we need to finish up ours, Kicking Magicka. Take to the Skies, not too bad. Oh, I did finish this quest. I forgot to mention that. I've actually had this done for a couple episodes now, and I totally forgot to turn this one in with you guys. We get 32 Supremium Apples, and then it unlocks. We either need to get 6 Iridium Ore, which actually... Rob? I can't remember. Do we have... I think we have that. Yeah, we've already got that, because I found 24 Iridium from... well, I found 24 Iridium Fragments from one of those chests before, and then we need to get a dense gold plate. That's easy. We'll probably do that in just a minute, just to knock those quests out. But okay, and we have time for it, and I think what we're going to do is we are going to check out this Ethaxium dungeon. Since, you know, we've been to the end of Abyssalcraft, we've seen Ethaxium. Really quickly, before I go in, I have 2 ability tokens. I think I'm going to take another point into Frost. We'll have Frost 3 on this. And then... I don't know, I think I want to save up for like maybe Bloodlust, Chained, or Void. I think Frost 3, and then we'll go for these down here after that. Okay. I'm not worried about Soulbound because technically I still haven't even enchanted. Well, I've got Unbreaking, Sharpness, and Looting, but I could put Soulbound on this if I wanted to. That is an option. Man, this is like not a lot of dungeon walls going on here. Alright, kill these dogs off real quick. Okay. And we'll head on in. I hear you. I just threw a loot bag at him. What in the world? So many creepers down here. I'll tell you what, let me throw this on, I guess. Okay. Man. I'm getting like hunger, like something awful right now. What in the world? Arachne? It's an invisible Arachne. Oh, it's like all Arachnes down here. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know if... I can't remember. Yeah, we've seen these on camera before. I've ran into them a few times while being underground, you know, caving and stuff like that, but... I do remember there was a point, it's been a while back, but we did run into them on camera. Oh my gosh, my inventory's already like shot. What do we got? Power upgrade. Chicken pet. Speed boost gives you eggs. Eh. I think we're actually done with heart crystals. I could be wrong, but I believe we have... Or no, I think we need one more, right? There we go. Grab that. Prosperity shot. Inventory shot again. I love it. So much stuff out of these. Oh, there we go. Didn't even see that spawner. Honestly, I don't expect this dungeon to be any kind of a challenge whatsoever. I don't think overworld dungeons really hold too much thrill for us at this point, but Onyx, I'll definitely take that. Let me actually break these. Ah, there's what's spawning all this arachne. Okay, what do we got back here? There's actually not a whole lot of mobs spawning in this. Really, I mean, we've seen a lot worse. And the loot in here is not really that great either. I wonder if the loot in dungeons was, like, just nerfed. Or something. Because, like, the first few dungeons that we explored... Reinforcement bar... It's kind of weird those don't burn. I think because they require a block update to actually start burning. Ooh, a piston! Yeah! Okay. Alright. This isn't quite as exciting as I was hoping. Bed pets, fall damage, immunity paper, ender chest. Meh. Something's going crazy in the next room. Hey, now! Okay. You guys are... Yes. I don't think you're immune to fire, buddy. I hear the ghost. There you go, get you some of that. And some of that. And look at all the skeletons here. It's like skeleton bath party over here. Pretty sure that's a skeleton spawner down in there. Let me actually light this all up. Okay. That's enough of you. And your rust. I hate rust. There we go. There we go. Okay, let me dump all the stuff into the system here, because we have loot for days. I can just stand here and just take their hits. Like, it don't matter. Alright. And this is actually nice because... Oh my god. You serious? You serious right now? There we go. Spawners are gone now. God. I mean, my armor is the ring. That ring is just keeping it repaired. So this ain't not doing nothing but like leveling up my armor at this point. Okay, I take back what I said about there not being a whole lot of mobs in here because... Oh, level 10 battle axe. Awesome. And it's like my health's not even like moving. It's so bizarre. Like, how powerful. And it really... I mean, it's not like we did a whole lot to get more powerful in this pack. It doesn't take a whole lot. Like, you get a few certain little things and you're like, okay, I'm done. Verdentium. Alright, that spawner is gone. I'm gonna go for these spawners, because I know there's some more right there. Okay. Actually light this area up a little bit. Sharpness 3 and punch. There you go. A lot of skeletons in this, but... Okay. For some reason... There we go. I could not open that. The loot's not really worth it all that much either. So, oh wait, what's all back here though? Whoa! What? What is this guy? That is a Sharko from Grimoire of Gaia. There we go. Okay. I tell you what, the reason I'm not taking any health damage, if you notice, like if I like open up my bag, like I just did a second ago, I'm taking health damage, but whenever I start swinging this sword, this axe, like it just negates all health damage. It's so OP. Oh, 3 common runes, I will take that. And more common runes, I will take those. I definitely want those, because we will start probably upgrading those before long, I imagine. I do believe. Honestly, I think next episode we might get into IC2, because that's a direction that we need to take. Like, we really need to take it. Because if we started getting into IC2, we could start producing common runes. And then, you know, we could start making uncommon runes. They're not that expensive at all. It does require Ender Dragon heads, but you know, it's really not that bad. Okay. Yeah. I hate the fact they drop cave spiders, though. Like, honestly, in this pack, I don't mind the cave spiders that much, because we're, like, pretty much God mode. You're somewhere there. There you are. Unbreaking 3, Protection 4, and Smite. Fusion Crystal. Okay. Look at all the creepers coming down the steps. Insanity. Would you quit pulling me? I hate pull. You know, there used to be, for the mobs mod, there used to be, infernal mobs. There was a power that they could get that was awful. I think I just put something in there I didn't mean to put in there. Not for sure what it is, but, it's okay. There was a thing that was awful. It was my least favorite one. And basically what it would do was it would disarm you, like your weapon. Just randomly. And so sometimes like you'd be fighting and then your weapon would just fall off. And I had so many things get lost to like lava. Or just whatever, you know. It was like such a nuisance. I'm glad either they removed it or the configs in this pack have removed it. And honestly, if they hadn't have removed it, I probably would remove it. I hate that. And I think it makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense at all. Disarming you on occasion, that's one thing, but like, I mean, you're just getting disarmed constant. And your equipment just gets lost, and it's bad. It's just one of those annoying things. That's like, I love Lycanite's mobs. That's one thing I wish was in this pack is Lycanite's mobs. And honestly, I think this pack needs Lycanite's mobs, because as you can tell right now, I mean, this is manual and chest plate and a helmet. Because honestly, this pack has reached a point. There you are. There you are. This pack has quickly reached a point where there's not a whole lot of difficulty to it. Magic resistance 3, magnetic efficiency 4, iron wall. Hey. Is this necessary to bug the living crap out of me? These Sharkos have like crazy health regen when they're in the water. But this pack has quickly reached a point where there's not a whole lot of difficulty left. It's like, we're kind of steamrolling through stuff. I mean, like I was thinking earlier, as far as the Titans go, I'm probably missing something. But I think the only Titans that we have not killed at the moment are Ars Magica Titans, the Guardian, which I don't foresee being all that difficult if you have water breathing, and the Chaos Dragon, which Chaos Dragon's always a pain. Not really hard, it just takes a little bit of preparatory work. I don't know how much he's going to be buffed in this pack, but we'll see. And then we also have Lifesteal 3, Smite 4, Protection 3. So, why? Is that your goal, is to just push me away from the chest? You're just being a nuisance at this point. Another Sponge Pet. That is a gold-plated turbine. But I think Lycanite's mobs would kind of give it that difficulty that I feel like it needs. To be perfectly honest. When we started out, it was stout. And, you know, the difficulty was definitely there. But, like, a little bit of Ars Magica or killing those dragons, which really weren't a challenge with an airship, to get that armor, or just go killing stuff till you get that Star Battle Axe. Any of that stuff pretty much simplifies everything for you. Spider pets. Okay. I think we're getting to the point where we've seen most everything that there is to really see and experience in this dungeon. Yeah, see, I'm taking a little bit of health damage, but watch this. Like, one hit, and it's just like, pow, you're like full health now. Like, what's up? But I'm actually really happy that I built in the sky in this pack. Because even with turrets and stuff, because from what I was testing and doing with turrets before, because I did use them a bit in my creative world, even with the upgrades to them, they're still super inaccurate. Like, and I feel like building on the ground would have just been a nuisance within this pack, because the creepers like to blow up everything, and I don't really like the idea of building a nice base and then creepers just blowing a hole through it just because they happen to get through turrets. Because like even the high level turrets were kind of like, meh, not really all that accurate. And combat's gotten to the point where we pretty much steamroll everything, so. Oh, look at all those runes. Okay, I'm just gonna walk through this dungeon, I think. Kind of wish I had the belt from Britannia so we didn't get any knockback at all. Like, couldn't be pushed. Alright. Well, I think I'm probably going to head out. I mean, we're not finding anything too precious. Some common runes here and there. We have a fair amount of them, though, honestly, at this point. So I'm not that worried about common runes. Shears of Winter. This guy's still following me. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, we'll head on up. I mean, the pack's still a lot of fun. I'm just saying the difficulty is not so much there anymore, but that don't matter. We have reached that point. That's why I think long term, I think Sprout will end up being a much more difficult pack because you don't have access to like any of this stuff. You can level your weapons and your armor and stuff, but there is no... Oh, wow, it's taking a bit of damage to my... Oh, it's raising the durability. It just must have taken a lot of durability damage. I think this pack was more like initial difficulty, where Sprout was a little bit more smooth, kind of starting the game and everything. Haven't died as much on Sprout as starting out on here. This was more, I think this pack was more shock value, like, whoa, there's all kinds of crazy mobs. But after just a little bit of time, mobs aren't bad anymore. So main thing is like keeping your base protected from being destroyed is I think the biggest concern in this pack, because the mobs do like to blow things up. But okay, really quickly, let's get a couple more of these heart containers since we have the heart crystals to do that. Okay, yeah, we are at max now. So basically yellow, 10 levels of yellow, 10 levels of green, so 20 heart containers and you'll be at max. So we are maximum HP now. And I think before we end out this episode, now next episode we're going to get more into a little bit more tech stuff. I don't know. We're either going to do IC2 or we're going to do Ars Magica. One of the two. I don't know for sure yet. But if we do IC2, there's some other things I want to get the Empower up and going, get our fishing nets up and going, some of that stuff. So we might do that next episode, and then the following episode do Ars Magica, since we have spent the last couple episodes working on Abyssalcraft, which is kind of magic-y. But a couple things I want to do. I want to go ahead and get that dense gold plate. We need that. So let me order just one of these. We'll take a second to craft that. And then they want us to get 6 iridium ore. Oh. I was like, what is that sound? Forgot I had my magnet ring on. Okay. Gonna pull that off now. We'll go ahead and give them that. Okay, it's running over there. And then we're also going to need that iridium ore. 9 iridium shards. We don't have enough. Okay. Let's see. I can almost get 5 of them. Okay. Yeah, see, that's another reason we need to get into industrial craft. So probably next episode we'll do industrial craft and the Empower, I do believe. That dense gold plate should be done now. It is. And we could turn in this quest anyways. That gives us 16 Cenarium and 16 enriched Cenarium. Okay, so we'll go ahead and throw that in there. I love how this quest is like, it's leading up towards flight, right? So, right here, hard work pays off. We're going to get the angel ring. Woo! Not even going to use it, honestly. Not even going to use it because we've already got flight for so long. Next episode, our primary focus is going to be this quest line here, getting through all this IC2 stuff, and then also this little quest line here. So, actually this we've already got. We found it in a chest forever ago. But I do want to get the Empower so I can get these fishing nets. We'll finish out this quest line here, finish out this one, and if I get the heart to go farm up some chunks. I'm not for sure, because I mean, you can upgrade these. I don't know if I have any. I've got experience chunks. I don't really have any specific mob chunks, per se. Enderman's a tier 4. Yeah. So, I might farm up some mob chunks, and we'll knock that out next episode as well. But try to start nailing some of this stuff down. This quest page will finish out before long. This one will probably finish. This one isn't that bad. Yeah. So I mean, I think before long we'll be done with all these quest lines. I mean, some of these we haven't really started, like fighting back, but we'll get that started. And I want to get mob spawners up and going as well, because the care packages, we're going to need it for this. But anyways, with that, I do believe, I love this night vision effect. I do believe that we're going to end it out here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, I do apologize that, the episode's a little bit later coming out than intended. Like I said, I had a bunch of crashes. I was trying forever to figure out what was the cause and try to fix it. And it ended up just being I cannot craft frame drawers with that. Cannot do it, so. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already for more daily videos. Once again, next episode, it'll be IC2, and it will be Actually Editions, Empower, and a little bit of other stuff involving Actually Editions. So, that is the plan for next episode. So, I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys then.